Put on your helmets and buckle your chin straps for the wildest podcast held in the Steel City. Dubs and Chicken Hawk will give you a taste of the past in fried jumbo.
So after Helms, all right, we all sort of went our separate ways. We played different sports in high school and different. We went to different colleges and things like that. One thing I want to talk about, Dave, is when you went up to Penn State, Maine.
No, you went to Penn State, right? You went.
I went to 2 years.
I didn't know you went to college. So you went
2 years of McKeesport.
Penn State.
That's where I honed my intramural basketball game.
Oh, you honed
for 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, you honed it there.
Yeah,
because you never played sports in high school or anything. You were on any team?
No, I played PAL basketball.
Okay.
Look at that. We forgot all about that. PAL basketball. You were in that.
Oh, yeah.
Orange team.
Orange team. We dominated. we literally destroyed.
That was from the playground, from our own playground.
Oh, we destroyed
smacking people.
No, I played 2 years of PAL basketball. Yeah. And when I was in high school, in the in-house league.
But then after that, you went to Penn State.
We went for 2
to college.
Yeah, I went to college. Really didn't have a direction.
Like most people.
Yeah.
We all were.
I was just out there goofing off. It was fun. It was like an extension of high school.
Right.
Yeah, we were all first generation college people, probably.
Then I went to main campus in '88.
And I can't believe you didn't get good grades at Branch, but you still got
I got decent grades.
Oh,
I mean, they weren't bad. They were like C's.
If you spent 2 years, you automatically went to Maine.
I always used the term
that's how
fair
it was.
to poor.
Fair to poor.
Yeah.
So that means what, like
Like
C's?
C minus.
C minus? But you're way smarter than that. We know that. But you were what, boozing, I guess?
No. Not then,
No.
But you honed your basketball skills.
Yeah.
Honed your basketball.
That's what I did at Penn State McKeesport.
Okay.
So then you went to main campus.
And I was always into kicking field goals, but that started in '83.
So
you got to tell us.
You got to walk us through this whole field goal.
What do you mean you kick field goals?
Dave's the type of guy, if he gets focused on fishing, he'll get focused on guitar, he'll get focused on basketball. And within a year or two, he's like a savant at it. I mean, like
the problem is I got too many things going at once.
I
can never center in on one thing.
That could be ADD or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
It could be a guy thing too. You mix all that together, and that's why.
Try to cram everything in.
Yeah,
everything's a race against time.
You being
I said that?
terrible in golf, and then a year later you're shooting under par. So you when you would get focused on something, you could do anything.
Rick Thomas, I could say his name, right?
You can say anybody's name.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he's the one who got me back into golf because I quit.
Yeah.
I ran into him.
Let's back this up
before we go golf.
Oh, okay, we're on the Penn State thing.
Yeah, we got to stay on this Penn State thing because
we didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, and we were talking the other day about this, and Todd and I couldn't believe what we were hearing. So you got to share.
You got to break it down. How'd you get to where you thought you?
I knew there was a tryout.
Tryout for what? Hold it back. Hold back up, because these folks out here they don't know what we're talking about. So Dave goes to Penn State at McKeesport. Then he goes to Maine.
Right.
And then what do? You decide you're going to do what?
That's when I knew there was a tryout. It was a walk-on tryout
for the football team.
For the football team, Penn State, the main.
So
campus.
how big were you, Dave?
No, that time I was bigger.
But what's
180.
180.
Oh, you were a big boy. Yeah. So you went out for what position?
Now, when I showed kicker.
Okay. Yeah,
and when I went to the tryouts, you get a whole array of
Dave,
people.
Let me take this back. You didn't play high school
No.
sport. I don't ever remember kicking. Ever kicking?
You didn't kick in high school.
No, never
kicking
did.
it up, getting out of Skellytown, maybe. That might be the only time in your life.
Yeah, I never kicked in high school at all.
So how'd you get hooked into thinking you could kick?
I had season tickets for the Steelers, 1983, and I
From
used to go.
Where?
I'm not seeing a connection.
How'd you get?
My uncle gave them to me.
Oh.
He had 2 season tickets, and he wasn't using them, so he gave them.
Yeah,
so
how do you get to kick it out?
I would go down there
and watch
2 hours before the game, and it was always Gary Anderson.
Yep.
And Mike Webster would come out. There would be nobody else practicing. And Webster would practice, just they'd snap and they'd do their kick scenario. He'd start, like 6 kicks down the left hash, right hash, down the middle.
Right.
And then they'd be done. But I used to go down there religiously and watch them.
Wow.
And that's where I got hooked on it.
You got hooked on it.
I just like
so then what? So then you're hooked on it. So then
I practiced in my backyard.
You go buy a
yeah. Well,
football?
my dad would, like our parents wouldn't buy you footballs. Like,
No.
Dad, I'd like to have about 10 footballs.
Yeah.
That wasn't ever happening.
No,
You've got to forget about
so,
that.
I saved money from a paper route and bought one up at Natalie's.
Right.
Yeah.
And
right.
just started kicking over a basketball hoop.
It's your house.
Yeah. Well, the neighbor's basketball hoop.
So you start kicking, and obviously with Anderson, you probably try to kick soccer style or something.
I did
right?
kick soccer
and
style,
you never
and
played
it took
soccer.
me a long time to figure it out.
You never played soccer?
No, never.
So you just saw this image in your head.
Yeah.
And
I bought a book, actually. Pete
Yeah.
Gogolak, how to kick field goals. No, that guy was the original soccer stuff. He started the soccer style kicking.
Pete who?
He was the innovator, Pete Gogolak.
Oh,
okay.
was he?
He had a brother too.
All right, so you get deep into this
It
book.
was the Gogolak book.
Okay.
That's when I figured it out.
Oh, figured it out.
And then,
And so you were doing this because of why at that point in time? Your vision? Did you have a vision?
no, not really. It just felt good. Like it was something, when that solid contact to hitting a football.
Yeah, so it was
Okay.
therapeutic for you.
Yeah.
How many balls do you
that's
think you
good work.
kicked
Oh,
over a period of years here?
I'd say from 83 till 88,
It's 5 years.
5 years, I'm thousands.
Thousands.
I couldn't put a
You
number
just
on
kept kicking and
Yeah.
kicking
You're
and
like-
kicking.
I would
and
just go
kicking.
practice.
You're like Forrest Gump.
You were
You know,
like,
like Forrest
yeah,
Gump,
you were like
you just
Forrest
started
Gump.
running.
For no reason, just therapeutic, just like cutting the grass like Forrest.
Okay, so then,
But I mean, I wasn't the
All
only.
right.
I mean, other kids took interest in it too. They were into
But
it
not
too.
to that level.
I
no,
mean,
no.
come on.
Hitting
come on
thousands
here.
of balls.
Yeah.
So you have to want to get something from
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
so
what was the?
Well, I did have kind of a plan.
Oh, what was it?
Well, to go out for the walk-on at Penn State.
okay, all right. So you're up there
This was
now.
88.
So is that why you went to McKeesport, thinking you get to main campus
Well,
someday?
Kind
get
of.
away from
Yeah, that
Pitt,
was like
Penn
the
State?
2-year thing there,
Yeah.
and then go up to Maine.
Okay, so you're up there,
Wow, you
And
had
they-
a dream, kid.
and they call the tryout. Now, when you went for the tryout, did they make you put the pants and the helmet and all that on there?
No.
So you
Nothing.
went? Did they give you?
They
like-
just took the kickers. They wanted to know what you were trying out for. So if you were like a special teams
yeah.
player, they took us out. It's called Haluba Hall.
Did they
it
give
was
you
an
like
outdoor-
Penn State shorts or
No,
anything?
nothing.
Nothing.
No, nothing. You just showed up.
Cheapos.
With
just-
you had your own cleats, everything was just what you had.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they took us out. They would give you one extra point, 3 kicks from the left hash mark, 3 kicks from the right, and then a 40-yarder down the middle. And they judged right there.
How'd you do?
Pretty good. I missed a couple, but they liked the form. The distance was there.
Right.
You had some real bad guys trying out. I mean,
Right.
horrible. Where me and a buddy
they
of
didn't
mine
have
that I
a-
just met up there,
Yeah.
I friended him.
So now they probably have scholarship kickers.
They told us,
Yeah.
they told us, you guys, why don't you come out in the spring? We'll probably get a spot for you.
Wow.
Well, then I faded away.
Yeah.
That was the end of it. But my buddy went out. He made the team.
Yeah.
But instead of a place kicker, he turned into a punter. And I was down at a bar 3-4 years later. He was younger than me. I'm watching Miami Penn State playing. He was starting.
He's punting.
He was punting.
Wow.
He was a walk-on.
He was a walk-on. Yeah.
So did you?
He was from Williamsport.
So did you feel because you went to a tryout, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you did pretty good. Would you come in second out of how many? Third.
I was second next to that.
next to that guy.
Yeah.
So you got second. You
But
got.
they like the way I throw. They go, did you ever quarterback or something? I go, no, not really, other than pickup. But they like the way I could throw and
Other
stuff.
than pick up.
I mean, I could punt. I punt. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the Kim playing pickup football game.
But you're being honest. So, did you accomplish what you thought you did because you got to try out, because you're under the big lights, so to speak, for Penn State? You said, you know what? I come full circle here. I got to kind of where I got to. And you were satisfied, apparently, because you didn't go any further or keep going.
I really wasn't satisfied, but it would have been nice. I didn't have a good living arrangement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lived too far off campus. It was hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's
But that was an interesting story. You're
Unbelievable,
going
actually.
from kicking field goals in your backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no other experience, walking on a Division I school.
These guys keep talking. I'm gonna have to go kick a field goal now.
Yeah.
well, you know what
We're
the
gonna have to
deal
set
is.
this
I
up.
could do like Lucy and
Maybe I'll
Charlie
go for
Brown
a
with you.
40-yarder, huh?
You know,
I could do Lucy and Charlie Brown.
you could
I'll pull the ball up.
you could have shot for like Slippery Rock or some other
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah,
no, you went
well,
right to like probably at that
yeah.
time Penn
It was
State.
the Penn State McKeesport thing,
But Penn State was probably one of the
Yeah.
top
Oh, they won
3-4 programs
well,
in
no,
the
they
country.
were horrible that year.
Okay, but
Yeah.
shortly thereafter they won.
They won a
national
they won a
title.
national championship in '86.
Yeah.
They were bad.
Yeah,
the
but
year
they
year
were
I
still
went
a
out,
great
they were
program.
terrible. Yeah, they were bad.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were horrible.
So,
Wow, Dave.
all right. So we got to go from there, and we got to keep talking about there because there's a theme here.
Yeah.
Where you find obsessions of some.
That's
sort.
a good
Let's
word,
just-
obsessions,
yeah,
Chris.
it's
I think
just,
that's how to describe
you
it.
know, and they've turned into some things for
Yeah.
you.
It might go back to your artistic ability.
Could be.
I mean, I was very young when I was like in Larmer Elementary.
Yeah.
I won like art awards.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I invented a car that ran on water.
Wow.
You what? You invented a car that ran.
No,
what?
I made a diagram.
Uh-huh.
He said, "What? This was an art project."
Right.
So I had a car like on a,
Yeah.
and it was using water instead of gas.
Interesting.
That was
so. How
that
did
was,
you?
I think in first
How
grade.
did the water propel?
second grade.
How did
Second
the
grade.
water propel the engine? Like, did
Well,
it,
that was a little bit of a problem. I actually had a hose.
yeah, a hose.
No, the car was going across the bridge.
Yeah.
And the hose was in the water, sucking the water out while the car was running, which didn't make much sense.
You know what's weird?
But I guess they liked the idea of it.
Think about this. It's probably back when gas prices were so freaking high and everybody had to wait in line, and your little brain started thinking, how can I freaking solve this for my dad or my mom?
I wish I had that picture.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It was second grade.
We'd hang it up on the wall if you had that picture.
Yeah.
You got to find it, Dave.
I mean, I think I got a picture on my phone of it.
Who knew we had Elon Musk sitting right here? You know?
I mean, this is just an example.
Renewable energy.
Oh, you got it? You got an example on your phone?
I got a picture I just drew at work, and it morphed into something. That's the way this stuff works, okay?
Okay.
I'll just start drawing, and it'll turn into something.
Right.
And then I just got to go with it. But I didn't even intend to do it.
Right. Well, your Aunt Drew, she was a good artist.
Yeah.
All right.
Connie, yeah. Let me see here. I'm looking for this picture. Now, you got to admit this is pretty good. If I could
Well, you're
find
going to have to give
Okay.
that. We're going to have to give it to Wiz.
Well,
Kid
we gotta-
really.
Okay.
We'll pop
This
it.
is hole number 7 at Irwin.
Yeah.
Don't even ask me how I did it. I started drawing. It turned into John Bonham from Led Zeppelin on a golf ball. An early John Bonham. Is that good?
That is good.
We'll have to
Looks
put
just
that.
like it.
We'll have to
It
put
said-
that
it
up on the
looks just
screen.
Like 1970 John
We'll have to
Bonham.
put that up on the
I say
screen for
that's
the
it?
viewers and the
Yeah,
listeners.
we'll have to put that
That's
on
a
the
shame
screen.
I don't have that golf ball anymore. Really, I got a picture of it.
You got a picture of it.
Here's another good one.
So hold on for a second, Dave.
You're starting to spiral.
Hold on.
Bring it back, Dave.
Hold on. I'm bringing it back.
You're spiraling on us.
It's enough of John
Let's
Bonham.
bring us back. So, one thing I want the viewers to know is about the level of success the sports pattern has continued with.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, you went and tried out at Penn State. You had some success there. And I think that in your mind, you started to feel that you could take on other types of things. So the next thing on your list that I know a little bit about was your golf game.
Yeah.
You know, you were frustrated. Rick pulled you back. But take us through what happened on hole number 7 at Irwin. I don't know the exact date.
I got the date.
Irwin's a golf course. Irwin Country Club.
Irwin Country Club's a golf course just east of Pittsburgh, 20 miles. And Dave had something very unique happen there after going from maybe a 25 handicap down to maybe a 5 handicap over a couple-year period.
Yeah, because I remember playing with it might have been the first time you ever played. I don't even know if you were
98 was the
I don't
year
even
we
know if
played.
you were hitting the ball sometimes your first one or
Yeah,
two
it was
times.
shaky.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
shaky, kid.
But again, he put that repetitive grind into it.
That obsession you call
That
it. That
obsession.
obsession.
But
And it drove him into
the levee broke.
This day here is what makes him known in our area as Norwin's all-time greatest athlete over the age of 39.
It was September 20th, 2008, Saturday morning.
What? One more time? What?
September 20th, 2008.
Okay, so tell me, is it chilly? You know, September can
It
be a
was,
little cool.
it was like
crisp?
foggy.
Foggy.
Yeah, it
Was
wasn't
in the
chilly
morning,
though.
morning.
No, it was a morning.
It was a fall, but it was warm.
What time did you tee off?
6:30.
6:30. So by the time you're on 7, you're probably looking at maybe
9?
no, not that late.
8.
September like
It was
7,
like 8:30.
8:30 or something.
Not even.
Not even 8
Not
o'clock.
even.
Probably
8
8 o'clock. Yeah,
Wow.
because you're moving pretty good down there.
Yeah, nobody in front of you.
So 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so take us through what is hole number 7? How does it set
Hole
up?
number 7's a short par 4. It's 275. They had the tees way in the back.
Okay.
That always adds to it. You know,
There's
there's a
a
better story.
and there,
Like 5 yards.
Yeah.
yeah, and there's a creek on the right.
Yeah,
There's
creek
a
on the right.
creek on the right. On the left is a big, giant
Yeah,
hillside.
hillside. But it's about 275 yards. So I teed it up on the left side of the tee box.
So you were thinking about playing a draw?
No.
You're
That's where I did the opposite. I teed it up
Why?
on the left. I don't know why. I just said this feels right. So I teed
You-
it up
you
on the
went
left,
with
but
it.
I had an open stance. I took the club up a little bit more upright,
Right.
and I nailed. And I really caught it good. It was like a nice high fade. Hit right before the sand trap on the left.
Yeah.
Pin was in the front left. Went right in the hole. But I can't see that far because my eyes are terrible.
Who
The
said
guy I
it?
was
Who-
playing with.
He's like, is it in? It's in.
Because I just saw it go in. He goes, Dave, I don't want to jinx you. He goes, it went in a hole.
Holy
He
smokes.
goes, if you go down there, he goes, it's
There was nobody in front of you. You teed off at 6:30. You were
yeah,
the
there
first
was
group
nobody
out.
in front of me. There was 2 guys with me.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
first group
So we
out.
go down there, and It's not anywhere around.
Damned if it wasn't in the hole.
It's in the hole.
Wow.
So then, after that, it catapulted me.
That's catapulted you to the
Is
stratosphere.
Is that the beginning of it?
That was the beginning, yeah.
The beginning.
Yeah. That's where the over 40 thing started.
So
yeah.
Is that when the obsession started with golf, you think? You got
it really got me fired up.
You got neck deep into it, huh?
So you go 3 under on one hole.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think I finished around. It was like a 75. It wasn't that great, but just the whole.
But still, then say, how many league tournament or league championships have you won down there?
What leagues? There's some funky leagues in Pittsburgh and different
5
areas.
Moose League championships.
Moose League.
You have 5
Moose
League championships down there. Okay.
Are you in that Thursday night league? Is that the Moose League or what?
No. Thursday night league's different.
Yeah.
I got MVP, I think, in the Thursday night league once.
So you've had an MVP trophy now and 5 titles.
Yeah.
So it would be a story if we left it at that. Right?
Yeah.
We talk about Helms.
Sure,
we talk about
this
Penn
nice
State.
guy. He's got a couple obsessions. Now keep going, Dave.
Penn State. We talk about golf. Then let's get into duckpin bowling.
Oh.
Duckpin bowling, Dave. Duckpin bowling, Dave. It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was big in the East Coast back in.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. Maryland,
so
Pennsylvania.
for our viewers, what is a duckpin bowling?
It's a smaller pin.
Like how big? Like this big?
10 inches. About 10 inches.
10 inches.
Yeah,
and
about
they
10
have a rubber
inches
ring
tall.
around them.
Rubber ring around.
Yeah.
And there's 10 pins.
Yeah,
like
it's the same as regular bowling. The alleys are the same as a regular bowling alley. Ball is like a bocce ball type. There's no holes in it.
No holes.
Do they put lead in the middle? Because it's heavier than a
No,
bocce
it's
ball.
it's polyurethane. It's like a regular bowling ball.
Oh, really?
It is?
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
but
that.
it's not. It doesn't have the holes in it.
Right.
That's the only difference.
So big as a grapefruit or bigger?
Yeah, like
A little bit bigger
5
than grape.
pounds. I'd say.
I don't know if it's that heavy, but that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It might be.
So they're dense.
If
It's a
you don't
dense-
know about duckpin bowling, like you were saying earlier, it is like an old Eastern American.
East
goes
Coast.
way back, right? Probably a century.
Still popular, I think, in Canada.
Was it before like regular bowling? I guess because there was no machines or holes to,
I think it
probably
might have
was.
been.
Maybe it might have came from bocce, like you said, bocce. Might have came right from bocce.
So tell us how, you took a novice type sport or attitude towards the sport and then became a duckpin
legend.
Yeah,
locally.
4 games over 200.
In fact, he's
How many?
4.
4 games over 200.
He
I've
must.
never
I think
heard.
my highest was 224.
Do they call
To break 200
Is
in
impossible.
duckpin is like
Yeah,
you got to get every break.
the ball isn't heavy? The pins don't
It's a finesse
smash
game.
around and nail you, and nail the
It's
other
just
pins.
it's so you have to be accurate.
It would be
Right.
hard to stack up
Right.
strikes because
Yeah.
the odds of you repeating strikes
spares.
and spares.
Oh yeah. That's
Spares
a good
would
point.
be the key, right? Because
Yeah.
you get to add more points on every
But
time.
I've got 4 games over 200.
So were you were in a,
See
you
that?
were
Hold
you
on,
did
I got to
this
mark
where?
this down.
Where
4
did-
games over 200.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I don't know what my high series was. I'd have to figure that
So
out.
do
but-
people like shaking their boots when they come in and they say, "Oh God, there's Duckpin Dave"?
We had a league there. It was on Wednesday nights. I think 16 guys. But
Do you have
it kind of was just in our own little clique.
a silk shirt with your
imagine.
name on it?
No.
No silk
No.
shirt with your name on the back.
No.
You got to get that
I should
going.
get that.
Did they know you outside of like East Pittsburgh area for duck pins?
Not
or-
really.
No,
Because
no.
the sport's become such an underground sport. I mean,
Right.
I think the
But
Moose in
you
Irwin
are-
is the only place that has it next to. There's a place in Glassport.
Oh yeah, I think there's probably other places, but we don't know about them, right? Old clubs or whatever, Italian clubs or something.
you're
Yeah,
playing in
there
the
might
Moose.
be, but there's. I mean, the Moose is the only one I know of. It's still
Around-
work.
yeah,
It's still
around here.
functional.
Yeah, I never knew they had one down there.
Yeah. Because I remember my cousin would go, and you pay the kids to set up
Yeah.
the duck pins. It's not machine.
Not automated.
So the kids will set them up, and they get
Yeah.
you pay them, flip them some money or something.
the Glassport lanes are automated. That's still that's still open.
That's
Okay.
fancy there, man. I've never heard
It's
of
a
that.
nice. They're nice. They
So
got
you
10
are
lanes.
the big earn of duckpin
Yeah.
bowling.
Wow.
Ernie McCracken.
Yeah.
So
Right
was there
here.
a league a championship or anything? Did you get any
You know what? I never won a championship in the duck pin.
not a Glassport or
It was
anything?
more of an individual thing. I could care less about my teammates.
Yeah. so what
It
happened?
was all personal.
Didn't you have something happen down in Glassport lately though, where you won something? Or
Oh
other-
yeah, we have a tournament there every year.
Okay.
So again, this is all after 39, right? So
Yeah.
this is why you're the self-proclaimed
Yeah.
greatest athlete.
This is all
in East
after
Pittsburgh,
2008.
So you won a big
39 plus.
regional type thing down
Yeah.
down in Glassport. So So, you got duckpin bowling. I'm losing track of. We got golf, hole in one on a par 4, 275 yards. Now close to scratch handicap. He was a legend at Helms baseball. We did get into Irwin Playground basketball for a little while, but didn't really get deep into it.
I mean, I have to be pretty high on the point total down there. Yeah. I got to be top 10. Lifetime, yeah. Top 10 at least.
Oh, yeah,
but there's some guys that have hung around even longer than me.
Yeah, because I know you were playing basketball at that playground probably from 25 to 50.
I played a lot of years later.
Yeah, till you were 50 or so.
I know. You know what? It shut off in 2000.
So you did pass Danny Stewart, who put in 3 years.
Yeah.
But you put in 27.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
Consistency works.
It makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, you beat them down.
Okay, so you got basketball. We got golf. We got duckpin bowling. Last but not least, I've been hearing.
We got Penn State football. You forgot
Penn State
that.
football. I
Jesus.
forgot about that. How can I forget about that? Now we're talking about the pool. The pool game. Shoot and pull. I've heard stories about
legendary
multiple championships being won at the Moose.
4 championships.
4 championships total.
At the Moose, yes. 3 in a row.
Moose Club in Irwin.
No, I thought that we had the record, but there was another guy who had 3 in a row. But no one's had 4 in a row.
But
so we're tied for the.
So when you say we're, is it a team
It's
thing?
a team, 4-man team, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you were a cat's ass away from getting 4 in a row.
And that club's probably damn near 100 years old, I bet.
Oh, easy.
One of your better players on your team.
I think 125 years old.
Right? One of your better players on your team had ball in hand.
Well, no, he wasn't a better player.
Oh, he
was a C player.
Oh, C player.
Yeah.
So what do you have? A, B, C,
A,
D?
B, C, and D.
Oh,
4-man team.
But still, you're thinking Kerplunk in the corner, right?
All you got to do is, how far is the shot? Like just
this far.
Foot and a half.
Ball in hand.
Foot and a half.
Foot and a half.
And I
was sitting right behind him.
And he
I was behind the pocket.
So all he has to do is cue it low and stop the ball from rolling in. Yeah, right.
Just tap it.
He hit the pocket. It rattled it out. And I was sitting in disbelief.
When he hit the pocket with the 8 ball and it just rattled, it kind of just missed his spot.
I don't even know how to explain it.
The next
put the ball real close to it, but see, you're not allowed to say anything.
Right.
He's on his own. You could call a timeout, but we already used our timeout.
Oh,
I told him to back
there's
the ball
timeouts in pool, competitive
He put it real
pool.
close to it, and I said, "That's not."
That's not good.
No, that's not good.
No, you don't do that.
He dinged it.
And dinged it and rattled in and out. Game over.
And the next dude makes.
He makes it. He had 2 easy dunks.
I feel bad for the dude
because the 8 ball was hanging.
That's big time for a guy like it.
But still, that would have set the all-time record of 4.
Well, there was another instance just this year that's even worse, but I'm not going to get into that.
No, it wasn't you though.
It wasn't me. It was even worse.
Dave.
It was even worse.
So
I might retire from pool.
Or you retire.
It's becoming frustrating.
No, you can't.
Yeah, a whole season goes down the toilet.
Dave.
What are you going to do in replace? You got to get obsessed with something else.
What are you thinking about?
I don't know.
You're getting a little older. Maybe it's some kind
of
board game or something.
I got enough to keep me busy.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe you get back to your art
stuff.
I
forgot about the guitar stuff. So.
Yeah, you've been doing.
Yeah, there's something.
You've been writing riffs.
I got riffs. I got probably about 10 pretty good riffs.
Yeah, and you were self-taught or what?
No, I actually took most of it's self-taught, but I took a guitar lesson.
19.
My dad's friend. It was 1992.
1992.
My dad's friend had a band. He was an older guy. He's from Jeanette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he invited me to come over and he taught me how to read music.
No kidding.
So I learned that and I actually enjoyed it.
Nice.
But I kept it as a hobby. I never got real serious about it.
So you haven't been obsessed. But if you don't have pool, maybe you get
that's
obsessed.
what I'm going to do now. I'm going to turn to music obsession.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Get this song that I got created.
Oh, you got a song created.
Oh, yeah. It's a rough
draft.
He
played it for me a couple times.
Yeah, I played
pretty good.
Is there lyrics to it or is it just
No, I don't have any lyrics. No. It's all the instrumental.
It's all instrumental.
Wow, dude.
So it's in the key of D.
So you get into stuff. So you went to Penn State. Did you graduate Penn State?
No.
Yeah. So now you have a job, right? You've had a job for a long time. A good job, right? Doing well.
Well, I started out at the bottom of the barrel.
Well, everybody got to start
I
there,
started off in 2004 at Children's Hospital.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and we've morphed into we got bounced around.
What do you do, Dave?
Application support for
how did you learn
insurance.
that stuff?
I just learned it on a job.
Did you? Got obsessed with it?
But I worked help desk for years, 18 years. I just got a job doing application support.
Nice. Nice. Good for you, buddy.
Big promo.
It's going to be 20 years this November.
So we really haven't talked about it, but you had your mom, your dad, and you have a sister, you said, right?
Yep.
All right. Your dad worked
Younger sister.
Your dad worked at a machine shop here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, sheet metal fabrication.
Sheet metal fabrication.
Yep.
That
Most of
makes
our
sense.
parents worked in the mills or for Westinghouse.
Yeah, my dad was my dad didn't work at the air brake or the mill. Yeah, everybody worked at the air brake.
Well, they were going out
air brake, Westinghouse, or the mill.
They were going
That's
out
it.
of business.
Yep.
Right?
But some guys hung on there. They hung on.
Well, they still have.
Remember Westinghouse down in Trafford? It was still open there until recently.
But not like they used to have 100,000 people working there. They went
was down to a skeleton crew.
400, 200.
But Wabco's still going, air brake, but the rest of them are gone.
Yeah, nowhere near the numbers, right? So our parents were kind of stuck in it when everything was moving to Asia, China, and they were closing the mills down, so they were all stuck in that void there, right?
Yep.
But they didn't go to college, most of them. They just thought they were going to work doing that stuff.
Or some people had, I guess, so many years, and they just got odd jobs.
Yeah, that's right.
Just-
Try to figure it out.
Just
Put food on the
went with it
table.
from there.
So, Dave, that's where you're at now. Huh? What else is going on? You've been sick here.
Yeah, I had a health crisis.
Yeah,
Yeah, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
right.
When did you come down with
That was like at the beginning of February
So this year.
this year.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So, you've
So
been-
I've had 4 chemo treatments so far.
yeah. Look good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel good,
But are
but
they
I got a good prognosis.
right?
It's just a matter of fighting through these treatments.
So if you stay focused on this like you do the rest of your stuff,
Yeah,
you'll be fine and dandy, baby.
knock on wood.
Back to duck pins.
Yeah,
He's still at the gym, the Planet
Yeah.
Fit, and he goes to
Pumping
gym.
iron, right?
yeah. I need to get back into that a little bit.
Yeah,
you
but
go.
you,
Been slacking off.
but you still,
It's hard with these treatments,
Yeah.
but
you still lifting, you're still digging, you're still working hard.
still
at it.
golfing. And
golfing
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
so I got 2 more treatments to finish, but hopefully that'll eradicate it.
Yeah.
And in your treatments, you know, after you have a treatment, you sick for maybe a couple days.
It's
or
about
how's it go?
4 days later, it seems like.
right.
So
Like
if you have
right
a-
now, I feel lousy.
Yeah, you have them on Mondays, right?
Yeah. I had one last Monday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now it's
So
what,
now it'll start getting better.
better.
But
Right.
then 2 weeks, I'll have to get another one.
So,
So-
your next trip is 2 weeks from
Yeah.
today to the doctor. Yeah.
So pretty much like the rest of the things you've done in your life, Dave, I'm sure that you'll probably kick its butt, get obsessed with it, learn everything you can about this disease, and do everything you can to kick its ass, right?
I hope.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Oh, you're gonna do it, brother.
I'm sure you will.
But yeah, so far you've been doing great with it. I mean, you're doing the treatments well. You're working out. You're staying energized. You're coming down with us and doing this crazy podcast. And I saw the other day you sent me a picture. You caught like 30 crappie and a couple bass. So
Yeah, there you
know,
go.
you're staying active. I think a lot of people, unfortunately, if they get a diagnosis, they stop living.
Yeah.
You know, but you certainly haven't
Yeah.
stopped living. You got to keep doing the
You got to
best
keep
you can.
active. It
You
keeps
gotta
your
keep
mind
active.
off of
Yeah.
what's
Pretty
going
young
on.
guy, too, though. How old are you, Dave?
I'm
54?
going to be 56 in October.
You're
56.
good. You're good.
That's
Dave.
no spring
And you're in
chicken.
shape.
You always stayed in shape.
Yeah, that helps.
That's another thing I didn't get into. Another thing he's an expert at is like workout routines.
Oh, yeah.
He taught me how to actually lift weights the right way.
Instead of just meatheading the weight off the bench.
Yeah, I'm just, how much can you put on and let's fire it around.
That's that back alley gym mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's break my shoulders out of it.
Yeah. See if I can lift a small car.
Dave's like, nah, let's, try to refine some of these movements. So he's got me more focused on some things, which at our age is a good thing to do, like balance and
Oh, my gosh,
you know,
yes.
stretching and all these kind
The balance is the most important
Yeah.
when you get older.
Oh, yeah.
Your legs.
You just lose
Your
it.
legs are the first to go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, we're gonna better wrap her up here.
All right.
But hey, we wanted to thank you obviously for coming in, talking to us today.
It was awesome.
And I think the main thing, folks, when we have a podcast, there's got to be some kind of takeaway at the end of every single episode. And I think the takeaway from this one is, the fortitude to always just, no matter what comes your way, stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to overcome it. I mean, so many times, like Dave, he started out at 25 handicap, but a year later he's a 5 handicap.
Right.
He's
Right.
Not doing well.
He's
with that.
Duckpin Dave. He broke the
For
record.
God's sakes, he almost made the Penn State football team by practicing field goals in his yard.
And you know what? He didn't even know what he was going to college for, right?
Nah,
So through
no
life,
clue.
you just
Yeah.
keep living and keep working hard and keep winning, man.
Yeah, kids today, I just want them to know that you don't have to have it figured out when you get out of college.
No, hell no.
No.
You don't have to have figured it out even 10 years later.
Remember when you were younger, they wanted to kick you out of the house.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not the way it is now.
No.
But
17,
the key is that you just keep trying things until you find something you like.
Yeah. Keep
And
living life, baby.
And when you like it, you stick with it, and you keep going. And
It's hard to do that, though.
I know. It's hard.
It's hard in today's day.
But you find something you really enjoy to do.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
Fish and golf.
But
and
life is a journey, right? So a lot of these kids come out thinking, hey, they got to have it all solved. You don't have to. Like Chris said, you don't have to have it all solved.
You got a lot of time.
The fact of the matter is, it's not all going to be pretty. Sometimes you got to go through Skellytown, right?
Yeah, you do.
And you got to figure shit out. You got to figure shit out.
Man.
It's dangerous and uncertain.
That's right. And
Life's like this. Up, pothole. Up, bigger pothole. Up, another pothole. You just keep grinding.
You just try to do the right thing.
And that's what they call grit.
Yeah.
Grit is delaying satisfaction, so that at some point, if you keep grinding, you'll end up in a better place than taking and walking away from something.
Yeah. Right. There's no doubt about it, man. No better word said. But Dave, it was great having you, buddy. We appreciate it, man.
All right, bro.
Here's to you, David.
See ya.
Thanks, pal.
Pleasure.